Hey y'all, it's Kim. So this document is actually just a continuation of some other stuff I actually asked GPT about, or Chat GPT. Pretty much, I've been seeing a lot online where people say that the 9/11 attack was done by Israel, and I'm like, but Al Qaeda took responsibility, and Osama bin Laden even wrote a letter to America saying that he was like pretty much responsible for the planning and plotting and all that stuff because they've been fighting with America for years. They'd even had an attack, I think, in 1993, I want to say, 93 or 94, where they actually took a van down into the basement of the World Trade Center. Thought it was going to explode and collapse, but it didn't do that. It took the planes, obviously. So, anyway, so this is just me digging into this because I've been seeing it a lot lately, or they call it a false flag, like pretty much like the government knew and they pretty much planned it and put these people up to it. I mean, I don't know who knows at this point, but it's just I'm just trying to make sure that I understand the subject. So anyway, let's go on. So this is the extremist terms from, I guess, is the Anti-Defamation League. I'm assuming that's what that means, the ADL up here .org. This is one of the sources that ChatGPT gave me, so that's why I'm digging into this and I'm putting on a video just because maybe it'll help somebody else because you may see it a lot. Okay, so evolution of anti-Semitic 9/11 conspiracy theories. Within days of the 9/11 attacks, anti-Semitic 9/11 conspiracy theories began appearing in the United States and abroad. In the Middle East, Al Manar, a Lebanese television station linked to Hezbollah, was one of the main sources for the false claim that 4,000 Israelis had been told to stay home on the day of the terrorist attacks. In the United States, publications on the extreme right, particularly the American Free Press, an anti Semitic conspiracy oriented newspaper, also played a big role promoting a variety of anti Semitic 9/11 conspiracy theories. By the 10th anniversary of the attacks, a network of anti Israel conspiracists who blame Israel for numerous nefarious deeds and false flag operations have become increasingly influential in the 9/11 truth movement. These individuals became the most popular promoters of theories, claiming that Israelis and Jewish members of the Bush administration carried out the 9/11 attacks as a false flag operation to provoke a war against Israel's enemies. Articles painting Israel or the Israel lobby as devious and complicit in mass murder to further Jewish goals of acquiring power and destroying enemies were widely circulated, picked up by the conspiracy press, the extreme right press, and elsewhere, including Islamic media sources in the United States. Some of the key figures in these earlier groups of conspiracists continue to produce new content and be widely cited. Christopher Bolin, one of the earliest promoters of anti Semitic 9/11 conspiracy theories, maintains a prominent role in the larger movement and has promoted his views on platforms provided by such anti Semites as the Nation of Islam and Adam Green in recent years. Over a decade after Ryan Dawson released his popular 2008 documentary promoting anti Semitic 9/11 conspiracy theories, he also continues to engage in the movement and collaborate with the new generation of conspiracists, including white supremacist Vincent James of the Red Elephants and QAnon proponent Robert Davis Steele. Gordon Duff and Kevin Barrett, who were both profiled in ADL's 2011 report as members of the new group of prominent conspiracists blaming Israel for the attacks, also maintain a broad influence. Duff's website, Veterans Today, continues to provide a platform for numerous columnists to promote 9/11 conspiracy theories, Holocaust denial, and other anti Semitic content. Barrett disseminates anti Semitic 9/11 conspiracy theories as a frequent guest on Iran's Press TV, hosts a wide array of anti-Semites on his internet radio show, and is a regular contributor to Veterans Today and UNZ Review. In the immediate aftermath of 9/11, white supremacists and neo-Nazi groups were quick to accept and promulgate anti-Semitic conspiracy theories to explain the attacks because these theories confirmed their already established belief in the inherent evil of Jews. They also wanted to exploit the theories to gain the support of a suspicious and frightened American public looking for answers to the 9/11 tragedy. Groups like the National Alliance, the Creative Movement, and Aryan Nations wanted to engender anti-Jewish sentiment to strengthen their membership, galvanize potential recruits to take action, and convince the American public that hatred of Jews was justified. The groups used a number of tactics to publicize the Jews or Israel's alleged responsibility for the attacks, including holding demonstrations outside the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C., and distributing flyers that promoted similar anti-Semitic, anti-Israel messages about 9/11. 2 decades later, a new generation of white supremacists continue to use 9/11 conspiracy theories to spread propaganda about Jewish people and bolster recruitment efforts. These individuals and groups view 9/11 conspiracy theories as a tool with which to red pill people. In other words, something that will serve as an entryway into anti Semitism and cause people to question their beliefs about Jews and society more broadly. The Nationalist Social Club, for example, a neo Nazi group, has spray painted graffiti on multiple occasions in the past 2 years, which feature the Star of David and the message Mossad did 9/11 Google dancing Israelis. Actually, people put that on some of my posts, just so you know. Okay, Google dancing over. Okay. An image shared by Nationalist Social Club on Telegram documenting one of their propaganda efforts in 2020. Okay, the Goyim Defense League, a network of white supremacists and anti-Semitic provocateurs, which has gained traction in recent years, distributes propaganda listing alleged facts about Jewish involvement in 9/11 and the message that this is just the tip of the iceberg. Do your research, wake up, and a link to their website. GDL leadership, John Minadio, has spoken about how watching a 9/11 conspiracy theory documentary was part of his own anti-Semitic awakening and realization that it's always Jews behind evil. Minadeo is in turn has used 9/11 to try to red pill unsuspecting young people on Omegle. I don't know what that is. Omegle, an online platform which randomly pairs anonymous users for one-on-one video chats by introducing them to extremist beliefs during the sessions. What the hell? Okay, memes are also widely used by the current generation of white supremacists as an online propaganda tool to promote anti-Semitic 9/11 conspiracy theories. The prevalence of this content is especially notable on Telegram, a popular social media platform frequented by white supremacists and other far-right extremists. These memes sometimes incorporate other anti-Semitic conspiracy theories or imagery, such as the echo symbol. I don't know what that means. All right, so Jews did 9/11, Zionists, Israel's connection to 9/11, a classic Mossad operation. A myriad of Telegram channels hosted by white supremacists and dedicated to sharing white supremacist content shared this image in 2021. The early months and years after the attacks saw the emergence of a cottage industry that produced books, tracts, and websites blaming Jews for 9/11. Anti-Semites exploited long-standing tropes to blame Jews and Israel for the attacks, which in a circular fashion further justify their anti-Semitic beliefs about Jews as inherently evil and manipulative. The internet helped facilitate an unprecedented cross-fertilization of anti-Semitic ideas across ideological and geographic boundaries. Even 9/11 conspiracy theorists do not directly blame Jews for the attack. Hold on. Have sometimes collaborated with or been inspired by anti Semitic conspiracy theories or theorists. Though the primary spaces in which 9/11 conspiracy theories proliferate may have shifted over the years to video hosting sites and social media platforms, the exchange of ideas by anti Semitic conspiracy theorists continues as ADL's 2003 predicted, or report predicted, allegations of Jewish or Israeli responsibility for 9/11 have become an anti Semitic canard that continues to be used to demonize Jewish people in Israel. All right, I'm going to stop it here and then I'll try to get the others loaded up as soon as I can. Anyway, talk to y'all later. Bye.